Like most high school seniors, Evette Reay wanted to end high school on a good note, and instead she left with a suspension 30 minutes before the bell rang. The controversy stems from this dress that Reay wore to school on the last day of her high school career. Local News 8's Dennis Valera live in our Pocatello newsroom now. Dennis, tell us what happened.
Carol, a teacher said her dress was too short. Now, there are clear guidelines in handling dress code violations in the school's handbook, but Evette says she didn't get that courtesy.
It was my last day of high school. I wanted to feel good about myself, and I was fixing to be a woman in this world that was conquering anything.
That's why Evette Reay wore this green dress on her last day at Westside High School. So when teacher LeGrand Levitt told her to go home and change out of it, she was surprised how much trouble a little green dress could cause.
So he told me he was going to call the superintendent. And as he was walking out of the library, he said, "You do realize that I can hold your diploma for insubordination." And I felt like that was very threatening and out of line for the teacher.
After calling her mom, Michelle, to bring her a new set of clothes, she found out she was suspended for insubordination. When Michelle got there, she, Evette, Levitt, and Principal Tyler Telford had a conference. Levitt claimed Evette was rude and got in his face when he said her dress was too short. Michelle sees how the dress pushes appropriateness, but she didn't like how the situation was handled.
It was very hard for a mother. I have watched my daughter for 4 years of high school put her all into her education. There was other ways I think he could have dealt with it.
Westside's handbook says if a student is inappropriately dressed, they would have to call home to arrange for appropriate clothing. The school could also provide clothing to wear that day. Evette felt in her case, she was treated unfairly.
They took me to the extreme and was like, "You're suspended." And I was really like, what did I do? Like, I realized I told you no, but after I talked to my school board member about that, he was like, you had every right to tell him no.
I contacted Telford and Levitt. Both said under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, they couldn't comment on the matter. Live in the Pocatello newsroom, I'm Dennis Valera.
All right, Dennis, thank you. School Board Trustee Dan Garner plans to try and expunge Evette's suspension from her record. I just have to say, we went through miniskirts. That was, that was the style. Miniskirts in the 60s and 70s. So.
Yeah, but apparently not the acceptable style at Westside High School.
Guess not.